love this story. Bruce is taking his Broadway show over to Netflix. So in case you don't have a couple grand lying around to get a couple of seats together, seats were expensive. This was hard to get into. A lot of people said it was amazing, though. The performances were amazing. Bruce Springsteen just announced that the one-man show will go from Broadway to Netflix on the very date that he wraps things up over at the Walter Kerr Theater. It has been 236 shows. Jeez, that is hard to believe. Bruce was a surprise guest for Billy Joel at the Garden last night while he did his 100th sold-out show at Madison Square Garden. So that was pretty cool. But 100, even though the Garden is so huge, Bruce has done 236 shows in the past year. I don't even know. November of 2016, he announced the show. Let me see here. It premiered October 2016. He announced November 16 they would do 10 more weeks. In March, he extended his residency through December 15, 2018. 236 shows, plus his spot at the Tony Awards. That was a good one, which everybody got to see a little piece of that. So the Broadway show will move in its entirety over to Netflix, which I think is cool. You know, HBO used to do this a ton, and I love HBO and I love Netflix. I love all of them. I got the Amazon Prime. Don't love it as much, but Man in the High Castle has kept me in there. That's kept me in there, waiting for that to come back. I think fall. You know, I used to love, when I was a kid, like when it wasn't like really feasible to get to Broadway all the time, you know, it was always nice to see some of these Broadway shows make their way to HBO. I would watch every single one of them. Death of a Salesman and the Etta James one was like one of the last ones I watched, which was really good. And it looks like Netflix is just, they're taking I feel like Netflix is taking it feels like HBO started it all, but Netflix is like perfecting it right now. It really, really does. Content-wise, I feel like HBO still has that integrity edge. But as far as the amount, and there's a lot of good stuff on Netflix, and this is a home run for Netflix, I think. That'll be over there on December 15th. And I think that's really cool, too. So the last night he's at the Walter Kerr. It picks up on Netflix. So everybody who couldn't make it into New York City or who was here and let's say had, you know, a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old and neither an opportunity to cough up $800. Maybe that's you. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. You'll get a chance to see this amazing show, which everybody just continues to have rave reviews about. Now, also, I want to throw this out there because I'm no reporter. You know, I can speculate all I want, which is great. I don't care. Question my integrity. I tell you this all the time. At least 80% of the stuff you hear from me is made up. I'm lying about 80% of this anyway. So we'll go to a Star Tribune interview that he did just a couple of weeks ago talking about the Broadway run. He says, Bruce says, and I quote, "I'm here until December." Star Tribune asked about the possibility of taking the show on the road. We'll see, Bruce said. "I've got to run." End quote. I think he takes this thing on the road. I really, really do. I think he takes us around to a couple of cities. I don't know if he takes it to arenas. Clearly he can. I have a feeling he keeps it in the theater type atmosphere because I think that's part of the appeal of this show is the intimacy. I don't know if you necessarily want to take this to an arena. Like everybody knows he can. There's no question about that. But does he take it to a theater? And does he go for runs? Does he do a month in Philly? Does he do a month in Los Angeles? Or does he do just 1 or 2 nights? I don't know. If you thought the prices were insane for Broadway, though, if he goes somewhere and he's only doing it for a night or 2 or 3, the prices for those shows are going to be completely insane. I think higher than Broadway. Easily higher than Broadway. If it's in a theater somewhere else. I think he does it. I am basing that on nothing but gut feeling. Nothing at all but gut feeling. I also didn't think that YouTube would last. So, you know, take my gut feelings for what you will. I don't know.